And with me, and I'm so happy to be able to talk to everybody. My name is Jim Graham. I'm running for U.S. Congress in the 17th District, and I'm pissed off beyond belief. Last year they passed cap and trade like that. The Senate screwed it up, thank God. Then they brought on health care reform. 3 emails to Congressman Ryan's office. I'm not even going to call him Congressman because he's not going to have that title much longer. 3 letters to his office, 3 phone calls for an appointment. Bupkis, no response, no appointment. There was no talking to him about this. He had drunk the Kool-Aid. Nancy had him by the nose. And I know something about health care. I was going to try to explain it to him. He stiffed us all. I have 34 years experience in health care, all aspects of health care. My background is in pharmacy. I've spent 20 years on the intensive care units at the local Catholic hospitals, 11 years as a manager, and in the clinical programs. I manage all 3 hospitals, the anticoagulation clinic, and the cancer care center. I know health care, and I know business, and I know management. I've owned my own business. I was a scuba instructor for 15 years. I'll bet there's people here that have taken lessons from me in the past. And I took those people on trips north and south to the oceans, and I have swum with barracudas and sharks. And why do I tell you this? You're going to see it in a minute. I've been a police officer since 1982. And I have actually slapped gangsters during that time. Why do I tell you this? I'll tell you here shortly. I also own rental property. I've owned my own drugstore. And I run a consulting speaking business. I know business and I know how to make jobs. I have been an adult Boy Scout leader for 17 years as well. Both my sons, Eagle Scouts, valedictorians, National Honor Society, athletes, both of them are in medical school. I could not be prouder. The opportunity is here. You have to seize it. And you have to keep the knuckleheads in Washington from taking it back from you. I'm also an assistant professor for pharmacy practice from Ohio Northern, University of Toledo, Neo-UCOP, Ohio State University, and Youngstown State University. And in 2000, I received the Preceptor of the Year Award from the Ohio State University. I tell you all this because I want you to know that I know health care, I know the law, I know young people, I know business and making jobs, and I know education. In the ocean, I have swum with barracudas and sharks. And I can swim with the Washington species as well. As a police officer, I have actually slapped gangsters. And there are some that need slapped in Washington. And if Rahm Emanuel were to come naked up to me in the congressional shower, swinging his thing, he'd be crawling away with a handful of teeth, I can tell you that right now. When people work, they can acquire what they need, and they can pay for what they want, and business and prosperity will follow. When there's abundant energy, business and prosperity follow. When taxes are low, business and prosperity can follow. What do we have now? Other people have gone before me. Everybody is here because you know what we have now. Let me recap. Toilet. We have high taxes, and they're going to get way higher. We have energy production restrictions and taxes, and that's going to get much more difficult. We have tax on life. We have tax on death. We're going to have tax on breathing, eating, sickness, and in health. The jobs come from private investment for profit. Government jobs are temporary and expensive, and it requires them taking our money and squandering it. Right. The businesses must be encouraged in any legal way, including paying no taxes, for as long as they need to become secure, because when they're secure, they are hiring people, and they are paying them, and people can live. Energy must be available. The boneheaded restrictions we have now on finding and bringing it to markets must be reserved. Hopefully nobody here bought the line of crap out of the Obama administration that now they're going to allow exploration of energy off the East Coast. Wait.
Drill here! Drill now!
When they drill off the East Coast, I'll take this toothpick, I'm going to stick it right through my nose, and you have my word on that. While he's in office, there will be no drilling. Our natural resources need to be developed, especially in this valley, by private concerns, and there must be incentives for them to do that. When the federal government sucks the lifeblood out of our taxpayers and us, there will be nothing and no one left to turn the country around to our former greatness. That's why all the candidates here, and especially me, are in this race. I came here as a one-year-old immigrant. At 16 years old, I raised my hand and I swore to uphold the Constitution, and I recited the Pledge of Allegiance like we did earlier, and I meant it. Our borders need to be secure. They need to be slammed shut. You want to be a citizen? Come legally. Learn the language, absorb the culture, be one of us. And so, the taxes must fall. Business must expand and grow. All energy production has to be encouraged. And the feds need to stay the hell out of our lives and our way, and quit spending our money like it's your money. Finally, and this again to the feds, from the top down to the lazy lapdogs, take this healthcare scheme and shove it. You are standing between opportunity and the American people. And let me leave you with a little ditty here, some quick thoughts. Where to start and where to end. Their goal is to make us bend. We must conform. We must obey. They will not listen to our say. But they have kicked the sleeping crowd. We're now awake and getting loud. They've done exactly what they want, and now their sleep we're going to haunt. There's an error in their scheme. We see their path. It ain't our dream. For we are members of this land, and we won't buy their scheme so grand. It's time to rise and throw them out. We'll vote and meet, and we will shout. Let's make them look for honest work, but who will hire all these jerks? The laws they've passed have made us mad, and now it's time to make them sad, to toss them from the ivory tower and cause them all to lose their power. We teach them all, we'll teach them all, they need a lesson to people's will, and don't be guessing, the plans and taxes, they must go, as well the big shots, and they know we're coming for them. They quake in fear. They know the end is near. The time is high. Our reasons are clear. To us, our freedom is very dear. Thank you all. I'm running for Congress in the 17th District. Have a good day.